I'm going to show you how to make one of these wreaths today, and they're really simple, but they do take a little bit of time, and you can use up lots of scrap fabric. This one actually stays year round on my sitting room wall with the little peacock attached to it, but I'm going to make a Christmas themed one, so I'm just going to put that to one side and show you what supplies you need. So the first thing is one of these metal wreaths. Now I just got this from a florist. It's a couple of pounds. They're not usually very expensive. So I've got that, and it's important that it has this double ring. So that's the first thing. To tie onto it, you can use anything, any fabric at all. But I am going with wool because I have so much of it, and I'm actually using these, which are balls of what's called thrums, which are the ends of the weaving when it's cut off the looms in the woolen mills. And so these are not usually very expensive. This white one I actually bought for £2 at the wool show that I went to earlier on this year. But the ones I've got here are the leftovers from when I did my stair carpet. And so I've picked out red and green, and I'm about to cut them up, and you sort of need round about, well, I think around about 6 inches. And so you definitely use more than you think you're going to. If you put them on too sparsely, your wreath just won't work. And I found that the easiest way to cut them up is to get a bit of a cardboard box flap. That's all that is. It's just a flap of a box, and I've cut that down to, it's 3.5 inches there. That's why my pieces are longer. 3.5 inches. So if you start at the opening of your folded bit of card, that means you're not going to waste anything, and just wind your fabric round. Now it's alright if you've got big long bits like this. If you're needing to cut some out, you can still cut the long strips, and then you can cut your strips into length in just this same way. So these thrums quite often have these bits in them where, it's just the way the weaving is. It's not going to bother me. I just carry on winding it. I'm going to make sure they're flat, and I'm actually going to wind back along, just keeping the whole thing flat. When you finish, make sure you finish at the opening, and then you won't be wasting any of your pieces. Cut through, and now I'm just going to put my scissors into the opening of the card, and I'm going to cut along. And you can just keep slipping your scissors through. And then I've got all my pieces cut the same length. And it's just a matter of starting, and I start on the inner weave, and you just tie one overhand knot. It is no more difficult than that. Pull it tight and shove it right up, and then just carry on with your overhand knot. These are so simple to do, and yet they look so pretty when they're done. And the knots always go up tight. I've cut some other colour to go in because I thought maybe that tartan was a little bit dark. You can see what's happening. It's building up. I'm going to carry on. There's the back, where it's going round, and I'm going to get the whole inner ring done. And I just want to show you that even though I've completed it there, if I push them up, I can get extra pieces in, and the more pieces you can get in, the better and more full your wreath will look. And so even if you think you can't get another one in, squish and squash it together, and you'll find that you can, and it'll make your wreath look better for it. Okay, now I'm going to go straight in, and I'm going to make sure all of my tails are facing upwards. I don't want anything trapped behind. And I'm going to do exactly the same on the outside, except I'm going to be putting something else in with it because that's all the green I've got. I've just about finished. I've got as much fabric on here as I can, and I did run out of the green, and I've subbed in 3 other colours that have just sprinkled around. I've got this paler green, I've got a dark grey, and also a bluey green, and I've just sprinkled them through to thicken the whole thing up. So actually, if you didn't want to do anything else, this would be it. So what I would suggest is that on the back you want it to lie as flat to your door or your wall as you can, and so I make sure that I press all of the edges to the front, and I'm actually going to steam this with my iron, and then I'm going to put some decorations on it, and I'll show you that right at the end. And here's my finished wreath, and I think it looks really pretty hung over the top of the mirror. I've just sewn on some pine cones. You could hot glue these, I suppose, or just glue them on, but I've just wrapped sewing cotton around the bottom and got them sewn in and added a bow, and I was going to put it on the front door, but I think it looks lovely there, and I've got a bit of a method for hanging it here, and I'll just show you that now. All I've done is I got a stick from the garden, and I've tied the stick onto my wreath to hang it up right at the top. But what that means is that I can poke the stick down the back of the mirror, and actually the weight of it's going to keep the stick in the back, and then the stick can just come off at the end. I'm not having to put a nail in or anything, so I'm just poking the stick down the back of the mirror, and then it just hangs without any problem at all. So I'm really pleased with that, and although you could glitzy it up more and, you know, put little parcels on or baubles or tinsel, I quite like things just to look quite natural, and so I'm happy with the way it is at the moment. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and please press the like and the subscribe and notifications. I always forget that one. Notifications if you want to carry on being told when I'm posting another one. And bye everyone, see you tomorrow.